Bhai Guru, Bhai Guru, Bhai Guru, Bhai Guru, Bhai Guru, Bhai Guru.
So Bhai Sahib's gone through the Sakhi of Bhai Nand Lal Ji. And Bhai Sahib, even in that point when how much pain they were going through, how much torture they were going through, they didn't leave their Guru. They never left their Guru. They didn't question Guruji. Why have you let this happen to me? They never questioned Guruji. Jo tera kiya, meetha laga. Everything you do, Mara, for me, that is sweet. But this is when Guruji was with them. But how can we get to Guruji? Coming to Guruji. What is it like to come to Guruji? Some of us are very blessed from a young age. Even we may not be born into practicing Sikh family. Being from a young age, many people, they're born to the Gurdwara as young children. And their parents come by, they put their head down, they matha take, this is your Guru. But imagine some people who they didn't know who their Guru was. They didn't have a Guru. They didn't have someone who protects them. Chauki chaugir hamare Guru ka shabd. They didn't have a Guru that gave them a shabd. So I'll bring up the Sakhi of Bhai Nand Lal Ji. They are the most perfect example of someone who they came running to their Guru that time of need. They were crying out for a Guru, they were crying out for a protector. So Bhai Nand Lal Ji, just to go into their Jeevan a bit, Bhai Nand Lal Ji, they were born into a Hindu family, but quite a high caste Hindu family, but they had a job within the government, with the Mughal government. So they were Hindu working in the Mughal government. But from a young age, they'd been taught to learn Farsi. Farsi is the Persian, the language that the Mughals used to speak, so that they were able to work in the government. So when they were taught Farsi, so they could get their job in the government. They were working under Shah Jahan, who was the son of Aurangzeb, who was the emperor at that time. And he was working with Shah Jahan, and Shah Jahan would go back with him home. So he used to live with Shah Jahan as well. And one day, in the court of Aurangzeb, they were doing some vichar, like how we're doing vichar of Gurbani now. The same thing used to happen in Aurangzeb's court. They used to do vichar of the Quran. The Quran, they used to do vichar, they used to contemplate upon the Quran. And they used to go very, very deep into it. So Aurangzeb had all his qazis, all his holy Muslim priests in his court. And they got to one point when they couldn't do the art, they couldn't do the explanation of the Quran at that point. And then they said, Shah Jahan goes, okay, I'll come back the next day, I'll think about it, and I'll try and give you an art, try and give you a meaning of what the Quran is saying. So Aurangzeb, his father, he goes, okay, you have to come back tomorrow, otherwise you're going to be in big trouble. So you said you're going to do it, you're going to do it. So Shah Jahan, he goes home, and he got really scared, he goes, I've said this now, I'm going to have to do it. And then Bhai Nand Lal Ji, who was at the house of Shah Jahan, they go, why do you seem so troubled? You've come home from your father's darbar, why are you so troubled? And they go, that I've now said to my father, I found this part of the Quran, I've been told that I have to do the art of it, but I don't know what it is. So Bhai Nand Lal Ji, because they were learned in Farsi, learned in Arabic and the kind of language that are written in the Quran. So Shah Jahan was, okay, fine, this is the Quran, you're a Hindu, I don't know how you're going to be able to do it. How are you going to do the art of this? So they open the Quran, they go, this is the part, just have a look at this, how we do the art of it. So then Bhai Nand Lal Ji didn't just do a simple art, they did such a lunga art, such a deep meaning of that part of the Quran. Even Shah Jahan was blown away. Shah Jahan was blown away because how can you're a Hindu, you don't even step into a mosque, never done namaz, and you've done such a great art of this part of the Quran. So then what Shah Jahan did was he took Bhai Nand Lal Ji to their father's court, to Aurangzeb's court. And then they said, the Shah Jahan Ji goes, here, look, I've got this art of the Quran that we were talking about yesterday. And then Aurangzeb read it. He goes, where did you get this from? You couldn't have done this. This must have been a very, very learned person who did this. Who was it? And then Shah Jahan pulls up Bhai Nand Lal Ji. They go, this is the man who did it. And they looked and goes, Tera naam ki hai? He goes, what's your name? He goes, my name is Nand Lal. And Aurangzeb, just by their name, they knew they're Hindu. He's a Hindu. And they looked and goes, how dare you do the art of the Quran like this? First of all, he's blown away, but then the moment he found out he's a Hindu, he goes, you're either going to accept Islam, or we're going to kill you. Because you've now read the Quran, you're art of the Quran. You might as well accept Islam now. So Bhai Nand Lal, this is when they go scared. They go, where is my protector? I've got anybody to protect me. Jiska Sahib Dada Hoy, there's no Marna Sakhe Hoy. When they have Guru Sahib on top of their hand, Guru Sahib's hand on top of their head, then no one can kill them. But they didn't have their Guru, didn't have their protector. There was only one place in the whole of Punjab, whole of India, that anybody who, when they were in any trouble, they could go to, and that was Sri Anandpur Sahib. Sri Anandpur Sahib, the city of bliss, Anandpur. That was the place where the Raja Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj was. Whoever went there, they could be protected. So whenever they had this dukh, they had this pain, they had this worry that they're under pressure, they're being oppressed, they'd heard about the amazingness of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. And they heard they're a Badshah, they're a king. But when you go to see a king, you don't go empty-handed. Like you come and you put the gold in front of Maharaj, it's the offering towards Guru Sahib. Same way, because they're a king. Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj was no different. So when Bhai Nand Lal Ji, they went to go meet Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, because maybe they'll be able to protect me. They didn't go empty-handed. They weren't very skilled in making anything. They weren't skilled in doing any other kind of thing. They didn't have any money to buy weapons, to buy things for the Guru Kar. But what they were good in was writing. They had that power of the pen. They wrote beautiful, beautiful poetry. They've written things like Zindginama, Bandaginama. They've written Tankhanama. They've written all these things, the ghazals of them. They've written all these beautiful, beautiful baniya, and most of them are in Farsi, in the Persian language. And they wrote a composition about Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. They hadn't met them properly, but they'd written such beautiful bani about them. Just by hearing, Jaisa Sadhguru Sunida, Taiso He Medid. They'd heard about Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. They'd heard about what they'd done. So they wrote how amazing Guru Sahib was. They wrote that in something called Bandaginama. And they came to Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj, they put that as peta, they put that at the feet of Maharaj, they go, Maharaj, and Guru Sahib picked it up and they read through it. And they go, Acha, ida naki rakha. He goes, what do you put the name of this? They go, Maharaj, main Bandaginama rakha. Bandagi means to do namaskar, to bow down, to show respect to someone. Nama is like a composition. So when they gave it to Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj, they go, nee, this isn't Bandaginama. This is Zindginama. Zindagi means that life. Because when my Sikhs will read this, they will get life. By reading, this is Bhai Nand Lal Ji's bani, reading the words of Bhai Nand Lal Ji, they will get life by reading it. And they've written such beautiful words in there. Deeno dunya darkamande ampri rukh sarma. These are no more words over here when we speak, these are all Farsi. They're talking about Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj, about how they are the ones who help the deen, the ones who help Allah. And that's who Bhai Nand Lal Ji was. They were being oppressed, they came to Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. And that's the way Guru Sikhs would come, they become Guru Sikhs of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. And they found out about the greatness of Guru Gobind Singh Ji. And the kind of relationship, to sell one more Sakhi book at the time, about what kind of relationship Bhai Nand Lal Ji had with Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. So one time Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj with their Sikhs were walking down the Satluj Darya, down the banks of the river Satluj. And Maharaj, as they were walking with their Sikhs, they picked up a stone and they threw it into the river. And they go, Sikh, why is this stone drowned? Why is this stone gone and touched the bed of the water? And they go, Maharaj, you've thrown a stone, the stone is going to sink. There's nothing else it can do. They go, Mahi, wapas think again. They go, Maharaj, it's going to sink. So Maharaj laughed and they walked on. And again they picked up another rock and they threw it into the water. They go, Sikh, pathar dubya kyun? Why is the rock drowned? They go, Maharaj, you're throwing a rock, that's what's going to happen. And they laughed again. Again they walked on. And later on again did the same thing and threw another rock into the water. And again they go, Sikh, think, why is this drop fallen into the water? And the Sikh gave up. They go, this is how the world works. This is how gravity works. And they turned around. Guru Sahib turned to Bhai Nand Lal Ji, was with them there. They go, Nand Lal, pathar kyun dubya? Why is the stone drowned? And then Bhai Nand Lal Ji, their eyes, they're watering. And so much there's tears flowing down. They fell at the feet of Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj. Go, Maharaj, whatever Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj, whatever not in your hand, whatever you let go, that's going to drown. So Guru Sahib, when we let go of your hand, Guru Sahib, you get hold of our hand, you've taken us out, you saved me, Maharaj, from the oppression of the Mughals. And now, if I leave your hand, Maharaj, I'm going to drown. But what does it mean to drown? Obviously, we're not in physical water, but Maharaj is saying you're drowning your desires, you're drowning all your worries, you're drowning all these worldly things. Maharaj goes, when I've got your hand, then nobody will be able to touch you. nothing bad will ever to affect you. But the moment we will always let go of the hand of Maharaj. Guru Sahib never lets go of us. Whenever we feel that dukh in our life, we always turn our back to our Guru. Guru Sahib never turns our back to us if we've done something bad. Guru Sahib is always fair. If we come, we put our face towards Guru and we do Benti Maharaj, Mahakurama, Guru Sahib will always bless us. And so that's what we can get from this Sakhi. That Guru Sahib, when we have got the hand of Guru Sahib, we're in our red, we're following what Guru Sahib is saying, so we won't get anything. So just taking these few things we can learn from Bhai Nand Lal Ji's Jeevan. So katha kar diya, vichara kar diya, neka prakar diya galtiyan bhulan jo dikhna bakshin ji. एक बार के और गज बज के आखो वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की।
If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Please donate and help spread Guruji's message. Link is in the description below. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.